Action.
Coach, we've been excited to be here. Sorry.
Good luck out there.
Sorry.
Name, Will Pullman. I'm excited to be here. I was playing baseball, but just had too many injuries, so hopefully soccer's a little better.
Alright. Good luck.
Yeah?
110%.
Watch this, coach. See this? See that? That's gotta be an ACL.
Alright guys, hi, I'm Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
Haley.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm Reggie.
And I'm Blake.
And we are your PT instructors for today. So I'm not sure if you could tell by our intro, but we are going to be doing ACL, moving on from the rotating cuff. So we are going to start with some super simple, non-weight bearing exercises for the first couple weeks, and then we're going to fast forward
Time machine.
to 4 to 5 weeks out to do some weight bearing in the sagittal plane. But first, Blake is going to tell us what an ACL tear is.
Okay, so an ACL tear, otherwise known as the anterior cruciate ligament tear, is going to be either a stretch, a partial tear, or a complete tear in your ACL. It's located in your knee on the anterior portion. So this is going to consist of, as I said, a partial or complete tear. Most often a complete tear, and it's going to be most common in a non-contact setting. It can be in a contact or non-contact sport, but it's going to be, as an athlete, most oftentimes cuts in a quick motion. If you're going one direction, you try to cut, and boom, it happens. In 50% of the injuries, another structure is damaged, whether that's cartilage or meniscus, or maybe your MCL or some kind of other ligament structure. As of 2009, over 200,000 people have experienced an ACL tear every year, and women are more at risk to have an ACL tear, but they found that both genders are equally at risk, or equally affected by the injury when it comes to terms. Just women are more at risk. So the symptoms are going to be, you're going to have pain, there's going to be a pop, as Ellie said, when it happens. There's going to be a lot of knee instability as well, and then eventually swelling. Swelling's going to occur maybe a couple hours after the injury occurs. There's 2 tests that PTs can perform, or 3 tests, but the 2 main tests are going to be the shift pivot test and the Lachman test. The shift pivot is going to look at more instability in the knee. Usually you're going to have that followed with an MRI scan to look for the structures involved. And then lastly, it's going to be a surgery involved. It's going to take either an autograft is going to take from yourself, a hamstring from your own body, or an allograft is going to be a patella or a hamstring from like a cadaver and insert it into your body, which is kind of science creepy. And lastly, like the rehabilitation is about 8 months, but it can vary between athletes, and a lot of times athletes are going to feel some atrophy in the affected leg, usually in the quadriceps or the calf, and that's just going to be lessening up in mass and strength. But for today, we want to immerse you guys in this kind of life. So you guys are going to choose one knee today to be your torn ACL, and that's what you're going to do the majority of it. You're going to do all the workouts and the brace and everything with that knee as if you tore a specific ACL in that knee. And now, we're going to move on to the first milestone.
Boom. Alright, so the first milestone, fresh out of surgery, anytime from 1 day to 2 weeks post-op. Big focus is going to get our muscles activated. You'll know muscles around the knee that stabilize and help control. Other than that, we're also going to move on to focusing on the fact that this is, from personal experience, probably the 2 toughest weeks after surgery, especially for athletes that are used to kind of, I know Jay might have some experience, you're kind of used to being active all the time and then immediately transitioning to being constantly dependent on other people to help you move around. That's something that people can't take really tough mentally, so I want you guys to kind of put yourselves in that environment, kind of think about you're an athlete, you're used to moving all the time, and how you're going to transition into basically needing help to move around everywhere. All right, so we're going to focus on getting our range of motion back, nice, easy movements, controlled. We don't want to deactivate anything, so please be careful. And that is breaks up to groups.
Okay, so we have Trent, Eric, Bob, and Noah go with Ellie. Justin, David, Erica, and Carlos with Jordan. Brennan today.
All right, so Reggie's going to help me.
Good, how are you? All right, squad, hurry up over here.
The first exercise.
We got a lot to do.
So which, are you choosing right or left?
So we're going to be doing single leg raises today. So it's going to be easy, just on the light range of motion one. So Reggie, which one is your?
So I'll do my left.
Your left one is so you want to have flat your back, neutral spine. He's going to lift his leg, his knee up, a non-affected knee about 90 degrees. He's going to keep the affected leg dorsiflexed. And then when I say raise, he's going to lift it up, parallel to his other knee, hold it, and then bring it right back down. He's going to tap, and then bring it back up. You're going to do like 3 sets of 10 for this. And just like that, nice and controlled. You want to be really careful with the leg. It's fresh out of surgery. You don't want to be moving around. You want to keep everything nice and controlled, especially with closely locked ankle. It's really important. You don't want to. We've been doing plantar flexion a lot, but you want to make sure it's locked in place when you're moving it. All right, so you guys want to just get a little half circle right here. Just lay down flat. That's perfect.
This is going to simulate this like.
All right, so whichever is the non-affected knee, you're going to bend. The non-affected knee that you haven't torn, it's going to be bent. All right, so then it's going to lift up your leg, locked out. Yes, perfect. And then bring it right back down. Tap, bring it right back down. So a good way to remember this is like, there's a small bell right here. And you just light them up, tap it, ring.
Good. All right, so now I'm just going to do the other leg just to make sure they keep moving.
All right.
So that one should be a little bit easier for you guys.
Just do
It didn't just go
10 reps, and we'll take a small break, and then we'll go through it again.
What muscle am I really trying to contract?
You're really trying to contract your quads. Your quadricep muscles.
There you go. Right, teacher. Teaching something.
And then, so we have weight. I don't know if you guys want to try, but we have, as you guys would progress through this, you start using ankle weights on your legs to have more resistance. Well, whoever does the demonstration will be good. All right, yeah, so start the second rep.
So like I said.
Yeah, make sure that ankle is
Flat,
right.
you're very dependent on your people, so we're trying to give you as much independence.
Okay,
So
it's
keep
not your time.
your feet go
While you're
walk
straightening
like
your
this. Like, I'm
So
not.
my injured leg is my left leg.
Boy, think of it as like you're hitting it.
Oh, I thought you wanted us to pretend to actually
Right,
like
at the
tap.
armpit. But what you really want to do is focus more on, this isn't size right to me, but you're using
Shane
more.
knows all about this.
I know, this is bringing up some terrible memories.
Yossi knows all about this.
In addition to your injured leg. So if there is a rope tied to your leg, this
You know, to make it harder, like go to this, like when we're doing this action stuff, you know, like slow control, like
Quad
go as slow as possible.
pressure down, pressure forward, move.
Wow,
So, a lot of times it's probably
You don't want
and
too
then
much pressure on your leg, but you have been cleared, move a little bit under.
You guys are taking a break. If you guys want, we'll do this right.
Without breaking. So you're gonna walk from this person to the
But it helps you track these muscles.
Yeah, an unfortunate pro.
So, I don't know if you guys have ever squeezed the last little bit of a toothpaste out of the toothpaste tube. That's basically what we're doing for quad muscles.
Yeah, I mean, if you start to feel like
Tight as you can, it'll be
yeah,
hard.
and then, yeah, you're really focusing on keeping that leg flex when you go up.
Sorry, once the next person gets to the cone, the next person starts, they're trying to get many reps.
No, so you're like just the quad muscles.
Yeah, just type of
Close,
movement.
but try to get down, moving instead of moving the crutch.
Got the most flexible ankle I've ever seen.
Have one.
Oh, that was my phone. No, let's just relax.
That's natural.
Yeah. I just have really prominent arches.
Yeah, we do this a lot.
All right, do you guys have any questions or anything about the exercise before we move on? Before you guys demonstrate
It feels like
for the
you're
class?
very beginning of your
You want to switch to?
Not more on the crutch, not more on the foot of his leg.
I feel like I'm kind of like, yeah, but instead of standing there,
Well, you can do like,
you're
you guys can do like, we'll do a hip line abduction later on.
and then after you've done this one,
But if you're like bringing back from surgery, this should be like 10 times more than what was
Yeah, you're gonna feel like
everybody.
it's gonna be, it's
Get
honestly
ready to
probably like
switch.
scary using like
You're
your
not feel like braces.
uncomfortable
Heavy
first,
swing,
like,
move this
I
way,
don't know if
Jordan,
you're doing
Jordan.
this, like, flexing
Move this
your
way.
quads, you're like,
You guys have
Legs
to move the leg.
there.
oftentimes you're like very cautious doing it, and it takes encouragement to get through it. Good job, guys.
Alright, you guys, how are straight leg raises?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jay. Jay's like, I don't need reminders. Alright, so we are going to be doing heel slides and quad sets today. So these are two of the really main things in PT for the first couple weeks, the first month. So we're going to start with heel slides. We're going to be at the edge of our mats. We need to move it back really quick. You're going to have both your legs down, and then make sure you choose your injured knee. You're going to go up and make a mountain, and then a valley.
You're gonna lift the non-extended knee.
And then a valley. You can lay down or you can sit up. Either way is fine.
Your quad.
Make sure your heels are touching the ground the entire time. A lot of times some people just like to do this in the supine position because they don't want to sit up and it's easier while they're sitting there. But either way does the exact same thing. So we're going to do one set of 15 first.
You can find your really controlling this.
Can you say that I need to be like focusing on like clenching or like?
For this one, no, it's just range of motion, so you want the muscles around here to kind of moving. So a lot of times, like with the rotator cuff, how we're just moving and stretching things, this is more of a movement than a straight exercise. So yeah, we start these a couple days after your operation. It's a lot different than rotator cuff. With rotator cuff, it's the actual muscles that you're working on, so it's still healing, so they want to take time to let the muscles heal. Since this is a ligament and your muscles aren't broken, you know, like you want to be moving those muscles. Alright, once you guys are done with your first set of 15, we're going to do the other leg just to make it symmetrical. It should be a little bit easier for this leg since you just didn't have surgery on it, so you might be able to do so we're going to do one set of 15 on your uninjured leg.
Sides for you guys. Move around a little bit, eventually make your way over to this column over here.
Those are some beautiful mountains and valleys.
Okay, Eric, you can watch everyone.
It looks like you're going to do a course over
Alright, good. So,
Get the big nice little break here.
we are trying to transition you guys into more.
Yeah, a lot of times those are easier with socks. Yeah. You could also try to do it on the mat if you're going to do that. I feel like it makes sense. Exactly. We're so close to the point.
But the progression for this would be.
Alright, then after you guys are done with this, you're going to make a towel and put it under your knee. Under your injured knee. Alright, so mine is my right. Alright, so these are quad sets. So obviously we're working on the knee, but you really want to stabilize the quad muscles because that's helping you when you can't actually move really as much. So use our stabilized muscles, strengthen us up as much as you can. So you're going to be flexing your quads as much as you can for 10 seconds. So I don't know if you guys have ever squeezed the end of a toothpaste tube. You know, as much as you can, just squeeze it really tight. That's what you're doing with your quad muscles. So you're gonna, you can also call it squishing the banana. The towel is the banana, and you're squishing. So you're gonna do 3 sets of 10 seconds.
So you just really try to like push down.
Yeah, push down on the towel. Flex these muscles.
And should your feet
Being tied.
You can just leave it in a neutral, so you don't need to like dorsiflex or plantar flex all the way. Just
Again, this is to increase your independence so you don't have to rely on people to carry you.
a lot of times this will happen in PT. I do a lot of high shoot with an NMES machine, which is a neuromuscular electrical stimulation machine. So they put 4 pads right here, and it helps contract your muscles, so you're contracting with it, and it gives you stronger contraction. Change your muscles.
I got frustrated, so a lot of my rehab was like dominant, like the tellers and quad stuff. I didn't know they had this problem with Rosie would.
Yeah. Put them on the back.
Well,
Alright guys, great job. You can have a little bit of
Hi.
How's it going?
Jay, we're doing good. What experience we get?
Nice, keeping it.
Share. Everyone, we're gonna get a straight leg raise. Get it on as quickly as you can. This is gonna be interesting. I know.
Hi guys, perfect. So if you could just make use direct your bars.
They're all a little bit bigger. They do tighten a lot. Actually, it's supposed to go it's supposed to be that for a while. So how this works is all too familiar for Jay. Everyone's gonna learn because you have all torn your ACL. It's like D-Day for your ACL. Try to tighten it as much as possible. Okay, these are gonna get a little bit. All right. Erica, this is gonna be for you. Jay. Okay, once you get your straight leg brace, we're gonna move over to this cone over here.
Man, that unaffected me.
Front of that can go over to the opposite side.
Take this focus on.
It should be a fluid tube, and then a lot of times.
Okay, so as we're getting our straight leg braces, nice. I'm gonna start to instruct you guys on this. So this is to create independence. Just finished surgery. You want to be able to do things on your own, whether that's something small like getting up, walking to the fridge to get a snack. So I'm gonna wait for Erica to get her last one. That one doesn't work. That's fine. The goal here is basically just to feel mobilized, get a little bit of a taste of what it's like to not be able to move on your own.
Jay.
So making over your way over
Memories, right?
All the way up.
Jay, for this cone.
You can use ankle weight as well.
There we go. If you have to fake it a little bit to not use your knees. So what we're doing here is creating independence so you can move on your own a little bit. We're going to walk this cone to that cone back. Your idea here is to pretend that there's a rope tied from this leg to your crutch, so it should be on the opposite side of your leg. Moving is one, they can't move separately. Distributing weight evenly as you go through the walk. So it's going to be step, distribute your weight, now you can start going. We're going to go in a line to the cone, turn around. Good, Jay, you seem very practiced this for some reason. So rope tied between the leg and crutch, and then there's one good.
You'll see that.
Evenly distributing your weight. You want to rely more on using your hand to push down rather than using your arm to relax quickly. Moving is one. Red Erica, moving them is one. Distributing your weight. So just imagine. Yes. There's 2 rounds in here. It's like NASCAR.
But no care progress.
Once you get your guts in the move on your own, it's going to be weird. Get an idea of what it would be like to actually have this injury, not be able to move. Jay understands. Common thing that people do wrong is either put it on the same side as your injured leg and try to walk with your opposite leg, or they'll walk kind of separately, like they'll take a step and then put it down. So you don't want to do that because you're obviously not using the crutch. You should take the weight off. So we're going to finish there. Brandon's going to be the last one. Brandon, as soon as you're done, take off the straight leg brace. I'll help you guys. Actually, yeah, Jay, I'm going to have you keep your arm just so you get that straight.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. 1, 2, eyes on you. We'll try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Alright. Yes, kind of bring it closer. We're going to have some demonstrations. Our lovely teacher will choose some guests to provide us with proper technique so you guys can see from this perspective how you fellow face down for these movements. That's Jordan.
We're going to start with Jay so he can get the straight leg brace off soon. But Jay, for some reason, was very practiced at this. You can see that there's a clear rope tied between the crutch and the injured leg, moving them as one, and you can tell that your weight is evenly distributed between both sides. Wow. Speed demon.
All right, I'll be nice and choose someone who had socks on. I think Robert did a great heel spot. And this is straight. These are super important for someone's PT. Lying on his back, making sure they're slow and controlled movements. He's making that mountain and back down to that valley. Nice. All right, great job, Bob.
My size. Eric Wong, come on, please.
Yeah.
This is single leg raise. He's gonna lay down, flat back, neutral spine. He's gonna lift that unaffected knee. He's gonna be activating his quadriceps, flex the whole time, ankle dorsiflex. Nice and controlled, nice little tap. So, super controlled, well done.
Okay, guys, we are going to project into our next milestone. So we are going to take a little bit of a fast forward here. So you are now 4 to 5 weeks post-surgery. You are cleared for sagittal plane movements, which just means frontwards and backwards. There is no cutting whatsoever, but you can now do movements frontwards and backwards. So we are going to stay in your same groups. So if you just came from straight leg walking, you're going to go over with Haley. If you just came from the back wall, go back to the back wall. Just came from the window, go back to the window. And break.
There's no windows.
Sorry.
To the wall.
Window.
Hi, everybody.
You guys can
Blake, can I get help with the movements, please?
Yes.
All right, so first,
So I'm going to be going over
exercise here is
bridging,
called hip
and
fluid.
Blake is my model, so he's going to come over and
Hip
do some
and
But
knee
we're going to
flexion,
begin on our backs, and we're going to raise into a
flexion,
bridge. So
and then hip and knee extension. Careful not to go too
he's
hyperextension.
going to be helping us.
You want to go back here. All right,
So he's going to lay flat on his back.
follow the wall.
He's going to raise his knees to 90.
And then you put
And he's going to place his hands by his side and he's going to bridge up. So he's going to make sure he's maintaining his abs and his powerhouse is being engaged and his glutes are being activated. So by keeping your glutes activated, you'll make it so that you're lifting your hips high enough, and by keeping your abs activated, you'll make sure that you're not arching your
first
back.
one, you're going
So you want to be flat as a board in this area of it.
facing
And
the
you're going to
professional
imagine,
board.
you can almost
Down on the wall.
you're going to imagine that a string is tied to your belly
Partner,
button. You're being pulled straight up.
kicking your older brother in the butt.
And back up. So if you guys want to lay down and try this,
You're very welcome.
That's going. After you do a couple of those,
knees at 90, hands by your side.
square.
You're going to lift up as those strings that you hold from your belly button. Good, make sure your glutes are activated
Abduct
this
the
time,
hip.
and you're going to go back
Your
down.
middle brother, right in the chest.
You can do about 3 sets of 10 right here. And so make
There we
sure
go.
that
We
you're
got a
making
couple
sure
of breaths.
your back's not arched, that
Back
you're
nice and
flat
straight.
back,
Try to put
and
it
that
up.
you're really being pulled up by the
You should find the
hips.
person.
This exercise helps with activating your
That
quads
same spot, you can
and
stay
making sure
there.
that those
You
become
can move
stronger.
it,
So by
hip
stabilizing
extension.
your knee
Keep
from
it moving the rest of the
quads
body.
and strong lower.
Nice and controlled. See, that's what we don't. We want nice and controlled movements.
Between your
So
sets,
especially
you're
No
going to use straight
hyperextension.
legs, or if it's
So,
too much,
you
you don't want to
don't
stretch
want
that
that
inside.
Got it. Perfect. Keep your hips straight in the line.
When you're at the top, you're really squeezing those glutes and those abs at the same
Again, this
time.
one should be a little
Remember,
bit
this is
huge, not too sore.
5 to 6 weeks post out, got a major surgery.
Good job. You're going to come here.
We're basically activating the muscles around.
This Pilates, you know.
Take a breath there. You get tired, feel free to take a break, but. Oh, no, yeah, do that.
Nice, gotta get hips back.
Good job of being controlled.
Alright, give you guys a break for a second, and then we're gonna do another set.
Straight back, head up.
Good job, Brandon. Probably just hold a little at the same time.
Sometimes,
Back down.
Tuesday, you can do like 2 sets of 25, so.
2 years ago.
Good job, Jay. Lots of
And
experience.
then sit and also have ankle.
I know it's
Yeah.
Okay, alright, we're gonna do 1 set of 10.
All right, one more set, like you. 4 reps.
Okay. You can go ahead and do one more set as we finish up with all the curves.
No, not just one.
Are you guys feeling the burn a little bit?
Yeah.
There we go, good. That's the rest
Remember
one.
that these would be slow movements. Eventually, you'd progress to doing a single leg one, but for the purpose of this, in the beginning, you'd just be on a
Really?
definitely feeling it. But it's definitely what you should be feeling with your glutes and your quads.
Okay, guys, switch now. Counterclockwise or clockwise, you know the drill.
Now you know more about me.
Apparently, I don't know the drill.
Bring it on in here, bring it on here. All right. Perfect. We have three in this group? Four? All right. If you want to wear ankle weights, feel free to do it. We have three available. We don't have four, but the way it's going to work, let's watch them first. It's called the hip three-way. It consists of hip flexion, hip abduction, and then hip extension. Careful not to go to hyperextension, because then your hips go forward, your shoulders become unsquare, and then that's just a full mess. All right, so the way we're going to do is, you're going to come in, you're going to start off with, whatever, depending on what side I'm assuming most of you guys chose the right leg, left, right. Okay, so depending on what it is, you're going to have to go, if you're with your left, put your right hand on the wall, and then you're going to just flex the left leg, and then abduct it. Get a couple reps in there, nice and controlled movement, keeping the ankle dorsiflexed. Everything's really linear. And then when you're ready to do extension, hyperextension of extension, both hands on the wall, shoulders square, straight back, and then you're going to just bring that leg in.
Go back.
Nice and easy. Alright, so you have some friends along the wall. Just be nice and controlled. Back. Spread out a little bit, have plenty of space. So yeah, start with that. We're going to start with hip flexion. Pretend like you're kicking, pretend like you're kicking your older brother right in the forehead. On the bum, actually. Try and put it right in the bum. Alright? After we do a couple of those reps, you can move on to hip abduction like Jay's doing right now. And then when you're doing this, you're thinking about kicking your little brother right in the chest. Your middle brother right there. Nice and controlled, careful not to touch the rail, keep it on the wall, support yourself. Perfect, Jay, nice square shoulders, straight back, keeping your hips nice and closed. And then after that, you have some face the wall, then you transition to hip extension. And this is where you're kicking your little brother a little right in the forehead. All right, nice and controlled movements.
You guys feeling it a little bit?
Nice and controlled movements.
And then another progression of this is up.
Make sure there's no jerky movements because we're trying to keep everything still very linear. For 5 to 6 weeks post-op, we don't want anything to re-aggravate the injury.
Okay, so after you've taken enough of a break, take as much time as
And now you
you
guys
can, go
can
back to
feel
the
free
injured
to
side.
cycle through both, all three. I mean, you guys have any questions,
Body's
let me
a
know.
straight line.
We'll have to give you guys some pointers. You can ask Jay as well, she's experienced, unfortunately.
What kind of rep did you?
How's that?
You guys can begin your last step.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Really squeeze your glutes at the top.
Where do you go, Brenda? Yeah.
Yep, so just to get a
Good job, Erica.
You're asking like
Yes.
How does this
Nice and slow back.
Nice guys, just like how with the quads, that's where you're working on
More
muscles.
steps in
but
there.
it can help
Please don't
stabilize
neglect
these, same
the
thing
hip extension.
with ACLs.
That's
we
at
do a
times.
lot of work on hips and
We're trying to get everything active.
in order to help stabilize the knee before we.
Good job,
control,
Jennifer. Straight.
dorsiflex.
Do that. Ankles nice and dorsiflex, backs are straight. Control spine position. Try to keep her head up. There we go. Brenda and Jennifer,
Jennifer,
great.
now we're gonna do one more set, go up a little bit, we're gonna do a set of 10 instead of
Any questions?
10 on the inside. Feel
Pretty
free to
simple
take a break, I know
movements,
those.
Okay, guys, last set before we switch.
but you're like,
Any last questions in?
yeah. Everything's clear? You guys have your movements?
Waking hour of the day.
Yeah, every hour basically. It's kind of a rough process, but you kind of have to go through it at some point.
Yep.
Thank goodness, all it is great.
Switch to the next.
Next group.
We're switching. Now, guys, we're going to switch. Move on to the next one.
So at this point, we'll name
Alright guys, we're going to be doing some sideline hip abduction today. So we're going to be lying on our uninjured side, so uninjured side on the bottom, injured leg on top. And we're going to have our hips stacked just like we did in the lovely Pilates. I'm sure Matt is interested in this. Alright, and then just like we said before, we're going to have our toes of the injured next to the heel of the uninjured. Lift up.
So we're going to start with
Nice, right, and we are scissors. It is Christmas. We have gifts to wrap. We need wrapping paper. Cutting the wrapping paper. Alright, and Jay, you're leaning this way. So you want your hips perpendicular to the floor. And you're going to feel it in your abductors and in your glutes back here. Making that slight angle helps you feel it a little bit more. So you guys can go ahead.
And you transition
So
from
Joe,
there,
try to
the
put your
hip
toe
abduction.
Let's
Keep
do
the
the hip
ankles pressed low, and then just bring the leg up.
Yeah, I got 2 Pilates people. So you guys know
Nice and
what's up.
control. It's kind of hard to keep your shoulders square, but try to as best as you
So
can.
guys, we're going to do one set of 15 on the side.
Both hands on the wall, back straight.
Alright, and then Erica, try to make your body straighter. There you go, and then
Bring
there you
your
go.
back
Perfect.
leg out. Be careful not to go to hyperextension because we don't want to reactivate everything.
Once you're done with that first set of 15, you can switch over to the uninjured side.
Yeah, you can try.
In therapy, we don't want to focus on the injured side too much that we're completely neglecting the uninjured. So we want to make sure that whenever we can, we're doing both sides to make sure we're
Focus on keeping your older brother in your butt.
More.
Nice and controlled. There we go.
Thanks, guys.
Keep your head up at all times. Don't
Again, these should be a little bit easier. It's on your uninjured side.
you nice and close to
Didn't have
place.
surgery on it 4 weeks ago,
Do a
so.
couple of those reps, and then you can move on to hip abduction. And now we're taking our middle brother right in the chest.
Nice. And Erica's still trying to keep your stack there at about 45, making my mind nice.
Making sure that your head's still up, ankles, dorsal flex.
like I didn't see
Make sure that you're stabilizing. That's pressing for me, and sometimes you get a lot of fatigue in that as well.
Trust me, that's one of the main things that people should do. This one is super important.
I should know this myself.
There you go. Try to keep your toes up.
It's alright. Main thing with PT is that we need to be exact as possible because if we do it wrong, that's not going to help
Extension.
later on. Alright,
Focusing on that.
flip to the other side. We're going to do another side of 15. Really feeling the burn in those abductors, especially if you've been doing some hip abductors with Virgin 2 and hip.
Straight, nice, there we go. Straight with your hips closed at all times. There we go, head up. Straight, fast, straight.
Perfect.
Nice and controlled, moving out. Thank you for your back straight, Justin. You can kind of walk us through all that. What's up, less about the swinging and more about.
Alright, and then we're going to do another set of 15 on the uninjured side after these ones. So get prepared if you need to take a break. Feel free.
I know
You guys are almost done. You're almost there.
Put you on a box.
Almost finished.
Just thank the Lord you don't have to do these with bands or weights on.
When you're activating. Now you have to go through a cycle, maybe a couple reps each. Finish off strong. Movement.
All right, you guys are paid for 30 seconds.
Alright, so once you're done with this last one, you can just.
Hit your last second, guys. We're making
Nice job, guys.
Right,
Great
you
today.
get pointers. Make sure you keep
Don't
your
worry,
head
there's
up,
more to
keep your
come.
back straight.
You thought this was hard. Some of the ACL patients I work with, especially when they get
John
a
David.
year out and they're just basically coming back once like it's a
Nice and
workout, they're just
there.
working out, they're
Flex as much as you can.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
That's good that time. All right, let's bring in another half circle. We're gonna do another set of demonstrations from the group leaders. Station. So, Haley, you could nominate your first representative.
David had great bridging. So he has his at 90, his hands at sure that he's in a flat position.
All right, David, those are great, but actually, we're gonna have you try to do a single leg bridge now. So keeping your injured leg on the ground and uninjured leg
Want straight or what?
straight, yeah.
So make sure his hips stay level.
Still at 90.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So progressed. Look how far he's come.
Great, good job. All right, I hate to make her do this because she just did it, but Brenna, you had a great abduction. You sideline abduction. All right, so she's got her toes behind her heels, keeping her hips stacked. She's doing great, doing that 45-degree angle. She's got some scissors going, and she heard what's coming next. So those are great, Brenna. We're going to try these with an ankle weight. This is another progression, usually after a couple months, once they got this going on, to do this next. So perfect, a little bit tougher, feeling a little bit more in the glutes, a little bit more in the abductors, but she did great. Nice job, Brenna.
You guys can focus on the back wall. Last thing, I like Carlos. He had a great hip three-way. So we're gonna spice things up a bit. I'm gonna need you to wear this ankle weight. We're gonna focus on having nice and controlled movements. So you can start with hip flexion first. Here we go, nice and straight, his back straight, heads up, hips are closed. And then you move into abduction. There we go, same thing. Nice and controlled, steady movements. Focusing on really activating those muscles. And then you finish off with extension. Shoulders are square, back straight. Careful not to go into hyperextension. That's nice. Try to keep your hip closed. Perfect. Good job.
Sit and stand, do a heel spin. Make sure to sit down slowly. Still got that knee hurt a bit.
Okay, so we're going to go through our cognitive portion. Raise your hand if you felt that you placed yourself well into the position of an athlete with injured ACL. Good. Mostly everybody. So if I can get a few of you to comment on how it was being in a brace and being immobilized. Yes.
That was really interesting because I've never had an injury like that, like ever. So that was really interesting. Things catch up and actually be in the room.
Good. Can I get one more person to comment?
I thought that was sad,
Yeah.
especially the issue of golf carts.
Yeah. So imagine how hard it'd be just to get to like your dorm room. You can even drive a golf cart up to a certain point, but then you'd still have to walk or go upstairs. Or if you live in Page, that'd be a little brutal. So I hope that you guys had a good experience with that, and we're gonna move on to questions.
All right, so does anyone have any questions about any of the movements or the exercises? Anything in general that we teachers can elaborate and help you guys understand better?
I have just like one tiny little comment. Instead of saying like your uninjured leg or your injured leg, you like usually say unaffected leg. I know that's like a little small difference, but like you're technically not injured anymore because you already had surgery and like your tendon is fixed and stuff. So PT, like, I don't know, that was a big thing that they always say in PT is like unaffected leg or like your affected leg, something like that. So
Thank you. Anything else? Any comments, questions, concerns?
Any cues that you guys remember?
Any cues or the other one? Which one? The other. All three of them? Nice. You guys just had some out, you guys remember. Stringer.
Nice.
One of those. Stringer and belly button.
Great job, guys. All right, you just did your first day ACL PT.